About to meet a mom who recently found out her child is diabetic and was left with more questions than answers.
And she met up with another Valley mom already on a mission to help parents teach their own children about the dangers of the disease. Channel 5's Taylor Winkle reports.
Whether it's type 1 or type 2 diabetes, the South Texas Juvenile Diabetes Association is here to help parents and kids understand what they need. Now they're launching a free clinic for families 4 times a year to make sure they get care and medication to live a healthy life, even if they're uninsured. 8 months ago, Alicia Medina never would have imagined her 7-year-old daughter Fernanda would need this. An insulin pump on the back of her arm, automatically injecting medication into her little body.
We don't need to be with the syringes doing shots like before.
Fernanda's the first one in her family with type 1 diabetes. Mom knew something was wrong when her daughter started taking frequent bathroom breaks. When she went to the hospital, she didn't know what she was going to do. They don't have insurance. Thankfully, she found the South Texas Juvenile Diabetes Association.
They always call us to see how we're doing.
Deborah Franco founded the association.
It was started shortly after my son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and the reason behind it was because we didn't have any resources here in the Rio Grande Valley that could really support families of children living with diabetes.
She knows the anxious feeling that comes with the diagnosis.
The scariest day of my life was the drive home, 3.5 hours with my little boy sitting in the back seat going, "I want pizza." And I'm thinking to myself, boy, can he eat pizza? How many carbs does it have? How much insulin do I give him?
Now she's helping families across the valley change their future.
I've seen some really devastating things, everything from families that have gone for months and months without care, using expired insulin, borrowing their grandparents' meter, using old strips. We have a 17-year-old recently that needed an amputation.
Together with the HOV Clinic, doctors, social workers, and dietitians come together and volunteer their time.
We have a lot more people that are uninsured and need help.
Making sure families like Fernandez are getting the education and medicine they need to live healthy lives with the disease.
It's almost like seeing a train. You know where the tracks are going to go, and we're sort of standing at a station and you can look off into the distance and know that if we don't make some significant changes, the problems will only get worse. Dr.
Narayan Mulukula is a physician in pediatric and adult diabetes. He tells us it's changing. Until recently, the most common type of diabetes in kids was type 1. It used to be called juvenile diabetes. It can't be prevented. Doctors don't know exactly what causes it, but now more younger people are getting type 2, driven mostly by obesity.
So we've replaced organized sports with PlayStations and Xboxes where we're playing sports on TV.
He says kids are eating too many calories and not getting enough physical activity.
And the summer is one of the worst times because even the little bit of physical activity they're getting during the school year with PE at school all of a sudden drops off.
This free clinic for families is available by appointment only. You can contact the South Texas Juvenile Diabetes Association if you need help or if you'd like to volunteer. As Fernanda adjusts to her new diagnosis, the service is a lifeline.
Is there anybody at your school that has it that you know?
Yes.
Okay. How many people do you know that have it?
One.
Mom Alicia doesn't know how she'd get by without it. Unlike type 1 diabetes, type 2 can sometimes be prevented with a healthy lifestyle. Encourage your children to be physically active, eat clean foods, and limit their time in front of the TV. Reporting in the studio, Taylor Winkle, Channel 5 News.
Let's take a quick look at the warning signs for diabetes in children. Doctors advise parents to seek medical attention if they notice their child is experiencing increased thirst or urination or fatigue. Also, if irritability becomes an issue where they complain about blurred vision, slow healing sores, or frequent infections.